I'm excited.
There it is.
I'm excited too. I'm excited too.
Awesome.
All righty. Should be getting ready to go here in a minute.
Yeah, we're live.
Hey, everybody.
Should be
getting ready to go here in a minute. You might have to, if you're watching on your phone, you might have to turn, yeah.
Yep.
Can anyone on the live chat, can you let me know you can see everyone well, please? We live. Josh, can you give me a thumbs up? We're good, buddy?
Looking at my own.
For some reason, mine didn't load.
Yeah, yes. I think it's working, Hussey.
All righty. Good deal.
Big D in the house.
Big D.
Yeah.
Nice.
Indeed. Nice.
I want to wait a few minutes and Jack Johnson. What's up, Fat Jack? I love you, buddy. We'll give a few people we'll give them a few minutes and we're going to start Griddle Guys. Let somebody get in here. We'll acknowledge some folks. Hey, Tyler, Mike Rogers. For some reason, my earbuds has gone out for some reason. There we go. Hey, Tim. At Lep. Hey, buddy. How you doing? Appreciate you coming in. This is a Christmas miracle. Hussey and the Griddle Guys. Did y'all see that? All right.
Cooking Cop and Babe, I see come in.
Yeah, he's here. Baby girl. A baby girl. Chuck Hall. Hey, Chuck. Good to see you, buddy. We're at 172 people here now.
For real?
Pretty good.
Nice.
Already. Yep. Hey, Frederick. How you doing? Larry. Bobby. Hey, Bobby. Appreciate you coming in. Michael Gonzalez. Welcome. Got a good amount from Facebook on here. Mike McCourt. Hey, Mike.
This is Mike Rogers. We throw grits on ice to move cars. That's fantastic.
That's crazy.
So,
All righty.
Bobby's in here. Bobby Caton. She commented.
Yeah, man. She talk about a good supporter, man. She does so good, man. She's a big supporter, man.
Yeah, for us too.
So let's see here. Douglas.
Skippy Jones in the house.
What's that?
Skippy Jones.
Skippy.
Oh yeah, Skippy. What's up, Skip?
Skippy, that knife's on its way soon. We're still working on it.
He won a Dahlstrom knife?
Yeah, he did.
Man, that's good stuff. Larry Mayberry. I gotta get Larry. He wants to I gotta do a pork chop sandwich from Snappy's Lunch from Mayberry. I don't know if you know Andy Griffith.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yep. 191. Okay, well, we're 3 minutes into it. I think we could probably go ahead. What do you think?
Yeah.
Hopefully some more people will filter in. I'd like to get over that 200 mark. Be nice.
Break out the rice.
So, well, hey, I appreciate everybody coming in on this fine day. It's really cold here in North Carolina, and I'm sure it's pretty cold up there in New Hampshire too. I'm assuming I see you, Jeff. It's like 40-some degrees down here, man.
I was just gonna say, what is your idea of cold? Because I've been freezing out in the garage.
It's 40-some degrees, I think.
We just got like 2-3 inches of snow in the last hour.
Snowing now, yeah.
Well, yeah, it ain't quite like that. So there's C-Mac. Hey, C-Mac.
C-Mac.
Yeah, C-Mac. He should have came over there. He could have been with Jeff there, couldn't he?
Yeah, he could have joined in. He's not. I think he's in Tewksbury, which is.
Is he really?
I believe. Yeah, he's a Blackstone boy, right? Blackstone boy.
Yeah.
He literally from where in Salem, New Hampshire. He's maybe 20-minute ride, if that.
Yeah.
Less.
Yeah, we
you inspired me today. I did a bacon wrapped meatloaf on the griddle. And I was running a little late. That's why the fire's not going too strong. But I'll tell you, it was it worked. It worked.
Good.
Yeah.
That's
It
pretty
was
cool.
different, but it was also cold in the garage. Yeah.
I tell you, I don't know how you guys in the winter months how you keep the intensity, because man, it gets cold. I know out there. I should have put on some long pants. I just had shorts on, but whatever.
You have long pants, Hussey?
Oh, good. I do. I have some. Yeah, I have a few, but I haven't put since COVID. I haven't put on pants, like long pants. I mean, I put pants on. Since probably like March. And whenever I don't want to put them on.
No, I hear you.
I put mine on once a week just to make sure they still fit. That's about it. This is the only gauge you have,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, that's usual.
Oh, so all righty. Well, we went above the 200 mark totally. So that's pretty good. Pretty happy about that. So I appreciate you guys wanting to come on and do a live. I thought, it just it slapped me. Like that. I was like, you should do a live and do a recap of how this went down, for one, how it went for each party, and then invite all of our friends and family to hear it from us. So that was my thought. That was what I thought might be pretty cool to do.
Great idea.
Yeah. So I appreciate you guys coming on, and I appreciate everybody else giving us a little bit of their time too today. So anyhow, what I thought is I would kind of ask you guys. We had our. I can't remember who. Chris, was it you that emailed me?
Yeah, I reached out. Yep.
Yeah. And so Chris reached out and emailed me, and I love getting emails. Sometimes I'm just not good at sending them. Making that little meeting about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I've watched you guys, but I never really talked on a personal basis. And then we thought, what about doing a little collab? So we got to thinking. I got to thinking about, like, why don't we just do not like a throwdown, but like, let's give you something, Hussey, that we have here up north, and then I'd give you guys something that we commonly have down here, and that's how it became. That's how it came to fruition. So anyhow, so you guys, I'll let you guys explain. You guys got a box from me, and I'll let you all explain what it had in it.
Chris?
I'll tell you, I opened the box. I got the box. First of all, very heavy.
Yeah.
I opened it up, and for those of you who watched the video, like, we were a little, what is all this stuff? Without a
dry
doubt.
Beans? What are we gonna do with dry beans?
Right, exactly. Exactly.
So I think in the whole box, the only thing that we use on a regular basis of everything in that box was the coffee, the candy, and the jelly. That was it. So as Chris is pulling the stuff out, he's pulling it. I'm like, what are we gonna do with that? How do we even cook it?
So we did have a lot of discussion, Hussey. Right? When we opened it up, we had a lot of discussion. Like, how are we going to tackle this? How are we going to make it right? How are we going to try to get into the southern? We did a lot of research to see how should we cook the beans? What are we supposed to do with the ham? What is the coffee even for? And wait, we got to make biscuits on a griddle? Are you kidding me?
How are we not going to embarrass ourselves?
Yes,
that was a big one.
It was fun. I'll tell you what, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It's definitely out of our wheelhouse, but we welcome that stuff. That was great. Yeah, it was enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely. I thought it was a great collab. But what about you? How'd you feel opening up, Larry?
Well, I've had lobster tail before. So we have a butcher. You hear me talking about it all the time, Harris Teeter, and they have lobster tails, and sometimes I'm feeling a little bougie, I'm like, yeah, I'll get a little lobster tail with a steak, and Saturday the doorbell rings, and it's like, okay, there's a live lobster on my doorstep, like, oh my gosh, I gotta do something. I gotta do something with this thing like right now, and that's kind of what I felt the pressure like immediately. I'm like, oh shoot, man, I gotta get this thing on the cook, and I did a little bit of research, and I was like, I gotta cook this thing whole. I mean, absolutely, I can't do anything else. And so just did a little YouTube research, and Pitmaster X, he cooks, I think he's in the UK, I believe. And he had something. I was like, okay, I just kind of used it as kind of a basis, So yeah, and I picked the thing up, I was like, Jesus, felt like it was that darn big. And I felt like his claws are just going to fall off of him because it was so heavy.
Right. It's amazing how they help. Yep.
When they're out of water, the claws are too heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I picked him up I sent you guys a picture, I believe. And it was just like, he's just massive. And I was like, geez, how am I going to do this? And you want to do something like that justice too, right? I mean, it's obviously pretty expensive to have that. And then, so you don't want to take it lightly. And so there was a pressure. I had a pressure on me that like, you really got to commit and you really got to do this, man.
Yeah.
So definitely out of my league. Definitely out of my league.
Well, you did it right. I'll tell you what. Yeah. Very classy.
Yeah.
You did the prayer. You gave Larry a lot of props. You censored it on your video. Really, really classy. I love the way you did that. You did a nice job.
And I love the prayer, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like,
You love the what?
we have to kind of know where our food comes from, and a lot of people don't really recognize that. And that was class. It was nice. That was really nice the way you covered that.
Yeah, and it looked damn good. It looked good by the end of it.
It was good. It was really good. I don't know whenever I watched it and I saw my reaction, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
This is you're expecting something. I was expecting something, and it exceeded my expectations, right?
Which is great.
And it was so it probably sounds so cliche, just especially like the claw meat. I mean, it tasted like I had salt water, from whenever I was when I'm at the beach, it was just
like that better than the tail. Am I wrong? You like that better than the tail?
Yeah, it's a little more rich. It's rich,
yeah.
and plus it's salty. And then, man, I ran that in that butter that I made, and good night.
When you put that into the claw, when I saw that, I'm like, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
When you crack the claw, put the butter in the claw while it was cooking.
Yeah.
That was nice. That was spot on. Definitely.
Yeah. I had one guy. He said you shouldn't just put it on the shell. It's not going to penetrate. And I'm like, well, I know it's not going to penetrate.
Gets in the cracks.
If it gets in the cracks, it's all good. It's just
right.
It's kind of like when blue crabs. They put all that seasoning all over the whole thing. It's like you just gotta,
it finds its way in.
I got more butter. Don't worry about it. That's what I told him. I got more butter. It ain't no big deal. Then you can just suck the shell. But yeah. Likewise with you guys, I was pretty impressed. Though the biscuit mix, I never realized. I thought it was. Hold on a minute. I thought it was something like. Oh shoot, where's it at? I don't have the package. I got it in a container. But what common Southern folks use is self-rising flour. It already has your baking soda, your baking powder, yep, and your flour in it. And it's always turned out the best for me. And I thought that's what it was. I thought it was self-rising flour. I never realized it was add your own water. But it looked like it turned out real good. The thing looked like it was that thick.
Yeah. It was. I don't know. I watched your video again after we did this on your biscuits.
Yeah.
Because yours came out so perfect, right? And I think you put them on for like 5 minutes or 10 minutes first to put them down on one side, right?
Yeah.
Was it indirect heat or was it on the direct heat?
Just direct. Yeah. Well, I cycled I had the biscuits on a non-open, a non-burning flame, and then I had the ones on the right and left of it on.
Okay.
And then I put my cover over, but I did preheat that spot. So, I don't know if you've heard me say it, time and time again. That air fryer unit, it runs hot, and you have to cycle those burners all the time. So it's just one of those things where you got to play with your heat. You got to make sure you're on it, because it'll get out from under you in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that basically happened to us. If it wasn't for Jeff over here, we would have had briquettes instead of biscuits. so we had to go back in the house. Yeah, we had it on low, but we put them down, and literally 20 seconds, Jeff's like, "Is that burning?" And he jumped in and flipped it over, and you guys saw it on the video how dark they got. That was 20 seconds, no joke.
Literally.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's and I tell you what, a lot of people don't see is how many times I tested that biscuit recipe.
Yeah,
and it really. I wanted to make sure it was good, make sure I was comfortable before I shot a video. And I knew it was going to be pretty good, but I didn't know that they were going to turn out like that for me. So,
yeah, you look surprised at how good they were when you did them.
Oh, they were really picture perfect.
Yeah.
I was happy. I was happier. I was happy. It was just, I was happy like
perfect.
a 10-tailed dog in a tennis ball factory.
Yeah.
But yeah. Somebody said I lost audio. Is that true?
I can hear you.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Somebody said lost audio. Oh, so yeah, but it looks like you recovered well from it. And were they pretty light and flaky in there?
No, they were delicious. They were delicious. Nice and flaky, crumbly.
Yeah,
Really, really good. Actually, it makes me want to buy that mix again, just because they were so easy and really good. It was surprisingly good.
The country ham, I'll tell you what, we tried off camera the country ham before we actually put it in the sandwich. And boy, you weren't kidding. That's a lot of salt in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, for me, overbearing, and I love salt.
Yeah, I didn't want to skew you from the ham. Now, Mama, growing up, she soaked her country ham in a little bit of sugar water, and she had rinse off the slices, pat them dry, and then she'd fry them. That's the way she'd do hers. And she'd put a little sugar water, and that kind of took that bite off a little bit. But again, you don't want to. Some people like salt. Some people don't like to do that. Right. Some people like to take it out of the package and fry it, Personally, not for me, but I wanted to make sure you guys, had the experience and didn't skew you in any kind of way.
So we definitely had the experience.
Yeah, it was definitely an experience. And once we put it on the sandwich, it softened it quite a bit.
Yeah,
as far as with the eggs and cheese. It was actually really good on the biscuit.
Yeah.
It was on its own, definitely salty.
Right.
But overall, it was really good. It was different. Definitely different.
So, Hussey, I got to tell you, when we did this, and we were texting back and forth on what we're going to send for lobster, and I think I said this to you, but it's a pretty funny story. So I was working, and I catch up on my text messages, and Chris and Jeff decided they're going to send you a monster lobster, right? So I get with them, and I'm like, what are you guys doing? Do you know how hard that's going to be for you to cook? And they're like, oh, man, we didn't think of that. I'm like, what's he going to – it's a – So anyways,
that's from the north, though. That is exactly what comes from the north.
So
he's the Hussey. Come on.
Yeah, and you did great with it. So I was feeling a little bad for you. And then I'm halfway through cooking those pinto beans, and they take forever. And I'm thinking about coffee and red eye gravy, and I'm like, man, it's hard as he had it. We might have it harder. And then I don't know, what time did we finish that cook?
That took 10 o'clock.
It was 10 o'clock at night by the time we shut off the camera, and I'm like, man, this felt like a marathon cook. I think it was kind of even. We sent a monster, but you sent us a challenge,
Yeah, well, you guys, I wasn't expecting the red eye gravy. I honestly wasn't. And then I actually told you, I was like, the Pintos, if you want to do them at another time, whatever. That's just what that gift box, it all came with it. And I was like, I'm just going to give you a bunch of North Carolina stuff, And whenever you said, yeah, we got the Pintos, we got the grits, we got the red eye gravy, I was like, geez Louise.
We were too.
The box is never ending.
My word.
Yeah.
I tell you, I was really surprised that y'all did all of that. So I was like, heck, maybe each one of y'all need to have do your own at your own house on your own griddle and divide and conquer that thing,
Right. It was a heavy box.
Yeah, wow.
We work well together. Separately, alone, we're not loving it. We, God bless you for the way you do things, but us three, we don't like filming alone. It's not fun for us.
Yeah, it's I wish I had somebody. I got my little girl. She likes to help me. That would be fun. But yeah, it's y'all did a really good job. Do you have any left over?
No.
So we had a little bit of the beans left over. I ate them the next day for breakfast, and they were just as good.
Nice.
They were really good.
Yeah, so we pretty much, we were
The ham was gone.
We were cold and we were hungry by the time we finally got to those final plates. So we just, we did that outro and then we bowed,
Yeah.
He didn't send me home with anything, man. Nothing.
What?
Yeah.
No leftovers for me.
It's true.
I ate all the candy too. My kids enjoyed the candy.
Yeah.
Man, that's terrible, man. I need to send you something by yourself then, Jeff. I feel like you did it wrong, man. I did you wrong. So y'all don't have dried beans now up there?
We do. I tell you what, I grew up eating the French Canadian, drinking the beans. Yeah. No, I grew up eating what's called French Canadian beans. Somebody commented, I don't know if you guys caught it, but the way the French Canadians make it is they just use a navy bean. And I don't even know the recipe. Jeff, what's in it?
Salt pork, mustard, ketchup. That's it. Yeah.
So I just didn't like it as a kid. I was traumatized. So I've never had dry beans since my mom. Once I was old enough that I didn't have to get forced to eat them. I was like, that's it. I'm done with beans. You know. But I will say that was delicious. Those pinto beans are a much better texture. And doing it the southern way with the jalapeno and the ham in there, I went back for seconds. And then
they were tasty. Very tasty.
Yeah, I think you said, and Dan Wallet's asking now, with the
chow,
the white onion and the chow on it. Frick, it was delicious.
Yeah.
I love that chow. I absolutely loved it.
So did I. It's
that was really good.
Tasty.
Nate, why don't you tell the audience what you did with the chow, the remainder?
Why don't you stop being a wise guy?
I'm gonna tell you what, I've done some crazy stuff.
It's on your garage floor.
What? Oh, he dropped it.
So I was cleaning up and I was trying to.
You dropped it.
I got 25 things on a cutting board and I'm trying to get it up the steps and one thing fell off the left and the chow went right and next thing you know there's chow all over Chris's steps and floor.
Yeah.
We all love the chow and that was the one thing gone, just like that, gone.
Yeah. The good news is, Jeff, yesterday I ordered 2 more jars off Amazon. They should be here right after Christmas for you and Chris.
Did you really?
Nice.
Did you order the same brand?
I tried to, yeah. No.
Was it Mrs. I'm gonna tell you, this is crazy. Was it Mrs. Campbell or Mrs. Campbell? Is that what it was?
I'll have to go into my Amazon. Give me a sec.
That's good. That's the stuff that I like. Actually, was at the store yesterday. I was going to pick up some. I actually picked up some Pintos yesterday too, because what y'all did made me want some chow and Pintos.
Nice.
Good,
but good call on white onion. Very good. Really, really good.
Really good.
It's good too with some cornbread. Get cake, what we call cake of cornbread, and Pintos. It's good.
Did you say Mrs. Campbell's?
Yeah, well, I say Mrs. because I'm country, but MRS period Campbell.
I got that's my order that's coming, so I think I got the right.
Yeah. Now they got a hot version of that too. I don't know if you guys.
That would be
it's a hot version. Yeah. I don't care for the hot version as much as I like the other one, the blue label better.
It's good
Well,
stuff.
good deal, man. Yeah, it's good even good on hot dogs, like a relish, or whatever.
I bet.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just pickled cabbage,
Take a hot dog to a whole new level. Take a hot
Yeah.
dog to a whole new level.
Yeah.
I love that. It's good.
It's like a redneck relish. That's what it is.
I like it.
Yeah.
I tell you one thing, I thought this afterwards. I was like, man, you missed an opportunity, Hussey. And the place didn't have it, so they couldn't. I would have to do it differently. My buddy BJ, I think that's my buddy BJ. Unless I got two. Yeah, he's my honey pimp.
Chow.
He's the one gives me my honey. He said the hot is amazing. I don't know. I've always did the blue personally.
So I want to combine what Bobby said with what he said with what Bobby said. Chow smash burger with the spicy. That could be really good.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
That would be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. It'd be great. I should have sent you guys some cheer wine, man. I didn't send any cheer wine.
Chris wanted to buy some for this.
I wanted to have it here if I didn't head out to Walmart. I think our Walmart carries it. I'm not positive. I think they do.
I missed an opportunity, a big opportunity right there. I do know that Cracker Barrel sells it. I do know that.
I know where one is.
Yeah, they have. I know they have it. And other states carry it. It's hit and miss wherever you go. The Kroger grocery store chain sells it.
No luck for us.
But I think they stopped maybe in Ohio, maybe somewhere around.
Yeah, maybe New York. I think New York has.
We don't have Kroger local.
Nah.
No.
But yeah, that Chow smash burger. There we go. That's a good video for somebody.
Let me ask you something, Matt. You saw us cook the grits, okay? I mean, just now that we've tried it and done it, I've got so many different ways I would do it going forward. How do you cook your own grits when you do it? What do you do?
Well, if I'm cooking like breakfast grits, I do water. I just do water. I bring them up to a boil with the grits in there and salt, good amount of salt. And then, you just every 5 minutes or so, you let them simmer. And it takes a good 20 minutes. Like I said, if I told you guys, if you don't cook your grits at least 20 minutes, you're not cooking grits. Yeah. So it takes a while. They're a labor of love. But yeah, just I use water.
You don't add cheese or anything like that, or a lot of butter.
Sometimes, and then at the end, that's whenever I start throwing the butter to it.
Okay.
And that also helps. The butter gives a creamy too, right? Because it has all that milk whey and all that kind of stuff. So it kind of gives a creamy. You can also put some heavy whipping cream, half and half, and some people will do that too. But and then that starts getting it from the lumpy, from the starchiness and the water to a more creamy consistency. But yeah. The grits probably needed a little bit more love, but that's, they were
no doubt.
Yeah. But I'll be honest with you. If you look at my shrimp and grits video, I botched those. I made them too runny. So once you go runny, it's like it's hard to recuperate. In your instance, if it's a little clumpy, you can just add a little bit more water and you're good. In my case, I went a little too runny, and if I would have just you're not toast, you could just let them evaporate a little bit more and it'll tighten up. But I didn't do that. But still, they were good. They were done. They were really good. But now if you want to go more savory for like a shrimp and grit, you use chicken stock. A good chicken stock.
Exactly what Nate said he wanted.
I'm doing chicken stock.
You use a good chicken stock and same way. You bring it up to a boil. You start whisking those grits in. And then every 5 minutes, you just look at it, stir it some more, and just keep on going. And if it starts tightening up a little bit too much, you add a little bit of more chicken stock, and that's kind of how you do it.
So
I feel
we got a ton of comments saying that we misused the red eye gravy. Apparently, we were supposed to put that on the grits. as well.
That's what I guess
That is, yeah, you do that typically. Yeah.
I mean, who knew?
Red eye gravy, I never seen that technique before. Usually you do it in a pan. You have it in a pan, and you got the tidbits left over from your country ham. And it kind of leaves a residue. Then you put your coffee over in that, and you just kind of get those tidbits off, and that's kind of how, and some butter, and that's generally how you do that, right? What'd you do? It was Coca-Cola, soy sauce,
Coca-Cola, and soy sauce.
Brown sugar.
Yeah, wow, I've never seen that before ever.
I saw one video. I looked at it. I said, you know what? That's kind of more of our speed. We just coffee with the ham on it. I'm like, are we gonna?
It didn't make sense to us.
Are we gonna like that?
And we talked about it because he said this recipe, and I said, Chris, I saw it on Food Network. I don't remember Coke and soy sauce being in it. So I said, let me do some checking. I went back home, and when you Google red eye gravy, they're literally it's there's every conceivable way that people make it. There seems to be no sort of standard. So we came back and we said, you know what, coffee and ham fat. Let's try the other one that has some sugar and some other stuff in it. So that's how we ended up there.
And we might marinate our steak tips in the same stuff next time, but without the coffee.
So how was it?
It was pretty good.
It was
really.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did like it. That coffee's strong, by the way.
Coffee was good.
Yeah, really good.
I've never had that coffee before. But
Yeah, it was good stuff. I mean, with all the soy sauce and brown sugar, it was like a light teriyaki to me.
Yeah.
That's
why I like it. Very salty.
Yeah.
I liked it.
So when you kept saying have your blood pressure pills handy,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get it. And then I'm like, oh wait, man, there's the salt pork. Now we got soy sauce and the red eye. And I'm like, it was a lot of salt. Now I understand why you were saying that.
Yeah, whenever I was watching the video, I had to do it later because 6:30 in the morning, the kids, they're up.
Yeah.
I mean, and it is a circus until my little boy lays down and takes a nap. And so when I finally got in here, sat down, started watching, and I saw that red eye gravy. I was like, oh, okay, they put the tidbits in there, and they kind of rolled it around. I saw the soy sauce. I said, oh my God. I was like, oh my gosh, one of these guys are going to stroke out right here on camera.
I'm with you. When we're putting it in, I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, all that ham with all that salt plus the soy sauce. Oh.
I see y'all use the green bottle though, at least.
The white soy.
Yeah.
Low sodium, yeah.
We were definitely thirsty. Thirsty.
I woke up at 2 in the morning. Woke up, dry mouth like never. I'm not used to salt.
Cramping.
Yeah. I just took another blood pressure pill.
Yeah. Troy here says what was interesting to me was watching both channels cooking outside their comfort zone. Both channels did great overcoming that, and I have to agree with Troy on that.
Thank you, Troy.
Yes, Troy.
Yeah, and it was a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
I think we should do it again. We should do this like every month or something. I love this. This is fun.
It does make it interesting for sure to just do something different. Get a challenge, and I know it was challenging for me. Lord knows that I had to put my knife in in Larry's top of his head and come down on the poor fella. One time he got my finger, and he like grabbed. I mean, he was already cut him, right? Yeah. And I was like, oh yeah.
Oh, I saw you get spooked when he was already cut in half.
Yep. He kind of came around and got me, but yeah, he I never knew how much water those suckers have. Whenever I popped water just went everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
almost like 50%.
A hard shell or a soft. There's probably a soft shell, right?
No.
Yeah. Well, hard shells lobster, the meat is really stuffed all the way right up to the shells. A soft shell is usually
when you cut into
a big shell, but only a little
bit of meat inside. And it just depends on when the lobster molts from one shell to the next.
Yeah. I mean, it was hard. I mean, it was pretty hard. I mean, that knife is pretty sharp, and it's a breaking. You know, I mean, it's pretty tough, but
Yeah, the big ones like that.
yeah,
That's tough to get through the show when they're that big.
Right.
yeah. So we got Mr. Nate Lippy in the house
Going on, Nate.
Nate.
from Blackstone. Yeah. Hey, Nate. Hey, buddy.
Yep.
Good to see you, brother.
Nate.
But yeah, what's something that I mean, would you guys consider making anything of that ever again? Let's say in 2 weeks from now.
The grits.
The beans for me.
Everybody's asking us to do shrimp and grits right now.
Shrimp and grits, yeah.
Everybody's saying to do. Like we're getting a lot.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah, we're getting a lot of people saying shrimp and grits. I think Chris signed up for it. So we filmed last night. We did knockoff beef Wellington. And the whole time we're cooking, every time the camera's off, Chris is like, we should do shrimp and grits. So I think he signed himself up for it.
He's like that. Hey, Mike. Shrimp and grits. It's pretty good. It's not that hard, really. You know, cooking the grits out, you know, getting it nice and there's hundreds of ways to do shrimp and grits too, right? I did one not long ago. It was good. I got some fresh shrimp. We went to the coast for vacation out of Carolina Beach, which we get fresh shrimp here pretty easily too. So we're not far from the coast. So yeah, it's good. I recommend trying it. It's a cooking your grits in a more savory aspect with some chicken stock. You know, it'll really some good chicken stock.
Yeah,
and it really elevates those grits.
Me personally, I'd add a little red hot to it too.
Yeah.
Give it a little.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. You can do
Yeah.
hot with it too. Yeah. Some people do. I see Miss Gina Young. She's in. Appreciate you coming in, Miss Gina. She's what really good supporter of my channel. If you guys got anything you want to highlight, you just let me know. I'll put it up on the screen for y'all.
She's been reading, but I should.
Yeah, it's tough to read and interact at the same time. But yeah. Well, so you want to do the grits again? Did you order cheer wine, or are you needing some cheer wine?
No, so I just haven't made it over to the Walmart. I mean, I looked online once. I could probably order it online. I just haven't made it in there. I don't know if my actual Walmart carries it, but I can definitely order it online.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about just to try it. I mean, I know you love it. I mean, that's your go-to, right?
Well, I know you guys like some spirits too, so you might want to. I don't know what kind of
spirits. I don't know if you can see me, but
little. I think it goes good with some of the brown stuff, but I don't know. I'm not. You know, I have no idea. I'm terrible at drinking. So.
Hey, you know that though. That's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
Chris is too.
Yeah,
Chris is definitely terrible at drinking too.
You know, it's just one of those things. I mean, a little bit it's my religion too. But at the, just as a young boy growing up, it was like, I really don't like this, and I just now don't have the taste. And then finally, I got to a point where it was just okay just to be okay, not to like it, And it's like, I don't like it. And this is kind of the way it goes. But,
I mean, honestly, if it, Jeff and I wouldn't drink at all if we didn't have to work with Chris.
So true. So true.
It's tough.
Chris,
not easy.
I'll feel like you're getting ganged up on, Chris.
That's okay. I don't mind. I can take it.
So yeah, highlighting what Chef Nate said: slow and steady wins the race on grits.
That seems to be the thing.
At least 20 minutes, probably more like 30. If I gotta say, but the grits will tell you when they're ready. So taste them.
Now, let me ask you: are there like so many people down south that you cannot beat my grits? My grits are the best. Does everybody think that I'm the one who makes it the best? Forget about everybody else. I got to think that that's kind of how it is. No,
like chili up here.
Yeah, it's like barbecue. Everybody's like, oh, my barbecue's the best or whatever. And North Carolina is known for barbecue too, right? But you know, I don't say my grits are good or better than anybody else's. So because that, you know, they're good for me. But yeah, you do get that. You do get that.
I mean, there's a lot of love and pride that goes into them when you make them, right? I mean, that's giving some.
Yeah. Yeah. And I recommend, you know, for your butter, you know, get really, really good butter, like some Kerrygold butter or some kind of, you know, something like that. Just, I mean, you don't skip on the quality of butter that you put in those suckers. I know here at the house, I have regular butter, you know, just general butter. And then I carry Kerrygold also.
How do you, Matt, how do you do the pinto beans?
So I'll let them soak overnight. I let them soak overnight, and that helps prepare them. Or you can do a quick soak where you bring them up to a boil. I say boil. You bring them up to a boil, and you can let them sit. You put the cover on, let them set for like 3 hours, and that'll do you got to kind of prep them that way, or else you'll have hard beans. And then I like to put a little chicken stock. I like to cook them in chicken stock, and then ham hocks or some country ham, something like that. And then you just kind of low cook them for a good bit, you know, salt, pepper, that kind of thing. At the end, generally you make the pintos will have it's almost like a gravy. It makes almost like a gravy consistency. Yeah. Because the beans have starch in them, you know, and after a while, and and like I said, I make a cake of cornbread, you know, and I put chow and I put onions, white onions, and it's good groceries, man. I tell you.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is Sundrop? Somebody said you should have sent them Sundrop. I don't even know what that is.
Sundrop is also made by the same people. Cheerwine. It's it's almost like a mellow yellow. It's like a mellow yellow.
Gotcha. Yep.
Oops, put the wrong one on there. It's almost like a mellow yellow in a way. So Millie Hubbard said ham hocks. Yeah, smoked ham hocks is also good as well on the in the beans. So and what I do, like if you had a ham for Thanksgiving, I save that ham bone. And I intentionally leave pieces of ham on that ham bone. And that way, when you cook, you put that in your beans, and that just gets into your beans and flavors them. So you just get just do it that way. Yep. Some smoked ham hocks, turkey neck, smoked turkey neck. Just get flavor into it, you know.
Yeah, I think that I had filmed how I made the beans, and then I forgot to put it in the video. I added a lot of jalapeno, the white onion. The jalapeno really added a nice touch.
Yeah, nice little flavor.
Yeah, I bet it is. I bet it does. Yeah. I should have sent y'all some Texas Pete too. That's y'all have Texas Pete up there?
Yeah, we got plenty of that.
Yeah.
Oh, do you? Okay, that's a Winston-Salem, North Carolina place. So it's local.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Good.
Yep, 20 minutes up the road here.
Texas.
That was not a lot of people.
I don't know why I thought that.
Well, I can't. This fella, Fred Thomas. Thank you, sir, for the super chat. By the way, should try. He said try over the top chili, which I need to. I have never given it a try. Maybe at some point. Let me see. Where was I? Where I did?
Texas
Pete.
Texas
Pete. Yeah, you thought it was from Texas. I was in on this Elfster program on the Big Green Egg Forum, and it was a rub and sauce exchange. You send rubs and sauces from your area to somebody else. Well, I got this guy's name, and I sent Texas Pete. He's in Texas. He sent me a text message thinking he was going to punk me and says, "What in the world were you thinking sending a Texas boy, Texas Pete? It's made in Texas." I said, turn the label around, dummy, and read it. It said Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He was like, oh man. But yeah, I like a little Texas Pete in mine as well.
All right, so Big D makes it, and this is not the first time I've seen this. Good job, Big D. He's saying that you should send us some Duke's mayonnaise, okay? And
Y'all don't have that either?
in return, we're going to send him some Cane's mayonnaise.
Well, he probably has Cane's.
Do you have Cane's where you are?
No.
Cains.
No. Who? How you spell it?
Cane's. Cains.
Say no.
So that's what
We have like
we have up here.
Hellman's,
We have
Kraft,
that here.
Cummins. Bring out the bell.
Dukes. I think Blue Plate, I believe. Shoot. I can't remember.
I've heard many people mention Duke's mayonnaise. I think we're gonna try that. That would be something.
Yeah.
Look for it at our market. They don't have it.
Yeah, I need to see about getting you another care package up there because you need some better grits. Especially if you're going to do shrimp and grits, you need some good Guilford Mill grits.
Yeah.
Look here. I love Josh, but this right here hurts my soul right here.
Duke's is second best.
What is that Q pie? How do you say that?
He don't know. He don't know.
Q pie.
If I was there to put my foot up in his butt, I would right now. I'd turn it sideways too. It's Q pie. Q pie is it? I don't know if it's Korean or Japanese mayo. It's kind of sweet. It's like they took Duke's mayonnaise and put sugar with it. That's what they did. Okay. It's not bad. I bought some one time because Sam the cooking guy kind of made it famous. Lately, I believe he uses it on all his recipes, and I got it because I watched Sam, and I wanted to know what all the fuss was about. And it was all right. It sat in the refrigerator for a while, and I think I made some potato salad with it, so I can just do away with it. Now, Nate, Duke's is pretty fantastic. You doggone right. That's right.
I'm dying to try it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Right.
We love mayonnaise.
So it don't have any sugar in it. So if you're doing like a keto, that kind of thing, you make your dressing, your ranch dressing or whatever, it don't have any sugar in it, and it's tangy. It's tangy also, and there's a pretty cool story about how Duke's mayonnaise came about, and I need to send you guys that link to let you know. But it's good stuff. And I'm not. I let on a little bit more that I think that I'll only try Duke's and that's it. But if I can't have Duke's, Kraft is good, and Hellman's isn't bad either. But that's I lead on like it's Duke's or nothing.
Well, the Cane's is, I don't know. I'll be interested in seeing what you think of the Cane's because it's pretty tart.
It's tart.
It's got like so compared to Hellman's is like real mild. Cane's is a little bit more. I describe it as tart. How would you describe it?
I don't know. I don't know. Hellman's to me doesn't taste like mayonnaise. It tastes more like dressing.
Well, that's what Miracle Whip is. That's what
some
people call it mayonnaise. So it's not,
So I'm just reading through the comments and I'm like, hey, Uncle Nate. Hi, Tyler. My nephew's on.
Was he on?
Yeah.
We'll show him off right there. How old is he?
17 now?
Tyler.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool deal.
Nice to see you, Tyler. Thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate him coming in.
Mm-hmm. So what you have?
All righty. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Matt, I think it's the first time for me doing this anyway. Do we take questions at all? Or?
Yeah, well, we just read through the comments. Yeah.
Okay.
And we can for sure. If anybody's got any questions, just let me know. I thought we'd do an hour or so. We do 11 minutes of some questions here. Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever you guys got.
Anybody got any questions? Just put them out here, guys, and we'll read through them. Can you get Head Country barbecue sauce? I know NC is mostly mustard-based sauce.
Definitely no.
That's actually NC is not mustard-based. Actually, that's South Carolina. NC does have some mustard, but there's two types in North Carolina. There's Eastern style, which is vinegar-based, and then there's Lexington style, or some people want to say Western, but it's Lexington style, and it puts ketchup in theirs. But South Carolina is more mustard based. But yeah, we do Head Country barbecue sauce. I think comes from Texas, I believe.
Yeah, we definitely, to answer that question, we will never see that on the supermarket shelf up here. That'd be a special order item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt, I don't know if you want to field it. You got a question. Why'd you move?
Why did I move? Oh, yeah. For past 5 years, we've wanted to build a house, but that process had been just crazy, and the housing market was nice at the time. Housing market's crazy here, especially for the house that we had. We just needed more room. We've been needing more room for a while. What we were in was my bachelor pad from 2004, whenever I bought that. So yeah, it was just wanting some more room to grow. That's about it. And yeah, I think we found a pretty good place here.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's in a nice neighborhood. We were not in the neighborhood before, which it makes it nice. It's not real busy, but we're blessed and we love it here.
Fred Thomas asked, "Is that the most southern meal you ever made?" I'm guessing he's talking to us. And
Yes.
Yeah.
absolutely, yes.
Without a doubt.
Definitely.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't get more southern than that for us.
Right.
But it was fun. We enjoyed it. That was a great idea. Good call, Hussey. Honest to God, great call.
Thank
Really
you.
Good call on that.
You guys got one from Fred Thomas.
I saw that one come in here. Will we be cooking more southern food? I mean, I just got to speak for myself here.
I'm gonna do grits again for sure.
I need help. Like somebody would have to say, like we did, hey, here's something you can cook that is authentic Georgia or is authentic, South Carolina. Because when we sit down and we plan videos, we're biased because we don't live in the South, Thank you, BJ Beck.
That was pretty funny right there.
Yeah, it was. Did we lose to Miami?
Yeah,
I didn't watch the end of the game.
we're all
We
of
lost.
it. Everything's done today. No shot of the playoffs.
Sean Smith, we love our sous vide. All three of us have them. We live by them. We're going to be integrating those more into our griddle videos.
So Chris Bow just put roast beef and cheddar on the Blackstone for dinner tonight. We are going to be doing a video with a big sous vide
giant roast beef sandwich.
Like it. He's done it before. I've done it before. Jeff, I think you may have done it before.
Yep.
Fantastic. We're big roast beef eaters in general, but to incorporate it with the Blackstone.
So that's probably something that I haven't seen that. And Hussey, you could tell us. So up here, there's like roast beef. It's like a pizza shop, but it's a pizza shop that specializes in roast beef sandwiches.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you have them. They'll take like a top round and they'll slow roast / steam it for like 20 hours.
Yeah.
They throw it on the meat slicer and they slice it paper thin. It's not even slices. It's just like shredded. They pile a ton on a big old onion roll with some horseradish and barbecue sauce and mayonnaise. And it's an outstanding sandwich. You guys got that in your neck of the woods?
Arby's. That's what we got. Arby's.
No, it's not the same.
I don't think that cuts it. I don't think that's the
we have
same.
them here too.
No one here gets roast beef at Arby's.
Yeah, but we have it here.
I did a riff on the beef and cheddar it's been a long time, probably 3 years ago. But I did it with deer. I did a deer roast. Yeah.
Nice.
How did it come out?
Oh, it was great. It was great. My brother was on it, and it was funny. I broke away. I had to go in the house for something. You always forget something, and the camera kept rolling. And he's sitting there. He just keeps eating that beef. I was like, man, we're not gonna have enough for our sandwiches if you don't.
Couldn't stop.
Yeah, it was good. They cut it out of the. It's like a top round of a deer. That's where they cut them out of, and then I'll sous vide them for about 24 hours, and then I'll finish it on the big green egg, get some char to it.
Nice.
But yeah, it turned out real good.
Jeff, somebody's asking if your fireplace is real. That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah. It's the wife's issue. There, she's the one that wanted it.
Right. Yeah. You should say you did. you did a great job there. That wasn't originally there. You did that.
No, that was like a 4-month process building that. Took
Right.
quite a bit.
Building that fireplace?
Yeah, so for anybody that doesn't know, Jeff is the consummate handyman.
Mhm.
His whole house he basically built himself. Actually, did build himself, and that
Wow.
fireplace was his final epic challenge. Chris and I heard about it I think the guy who Jeff and the other guy building it. He started in like February, and they actually celebrated Christmas together. And the fireplace still wasn't finished.
I think he
So,
just froze up.
Jeff just froze.
But we helped him put in that. We had to carry that bottom piece right there. What do you call it?
The mantle.
No,
was
not
like-
the mantle. The
the man. The heart.
yes.
Yeah, that was like one solid piece of 500 pounds we
Yes.
carried in.
Yeah. And we were in big trouble if we dropped it.
I bet. Yeah, we just have natural gas. You just go over there, flick it on.
And you use it what 3 times a year?
No, we use it a lot actually.
Yeah.
Well,
We got a remote control too. You just hit the button and it comes on.
Yeah.
I do too. He's my 17-year-old son.
Yeah.
I get the wood, I light it. That's it.
Feed it.
Yeah.
Very good. Hey, somebody asked me, how do I feel about Cheerwine? I like it. I like it a lot. And it is close to my home. It's about 20 minutes away. Salisbury, North Carolina is where it's made from. So I'm sure they appreciate you drinking it. I wish they had come and put a tap in my house, just like a fountain drink.
There you go. Right.
If I get some of that good crushed ice, golly, boy. Woo! That'd be good, man. That'd be good. It's right here, Mike. This right here. I don't know if you guys have you guys put clams or oysters on a very hot griddle and threw a wet burlap sack on it. I have not.
I have Mike Wood. You might have to explain to us why we would want to do that.
Oh well, I know what that's to steam them. You're basically steaming it and get that top open. The sack keeps the steam in and kind of lets some out. That's how they do an oyster roast down here. They have a big old plate, big old thick plate, and they put it over a hot fire. And they just throw those suckers on there, put those sacks on there, and it just steams.
Well, that's a good idea. I mean, that would be easier for us than using a pan. We should try it.
Yeah.
I love clams.
I'm a kind of take it or leave it, honestly, but I would. It'd be pretty cool to do, especially with some friends.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Teenage. I'm trying to find. Here's BJ again. BJ Smith. I'm sorry. I thought it was BJ Beck. I'm sorry. Love to see what a video of us watching it for the first time. So that'd be pretty cool too. Yeah.
Right?
That would be.
That would be
That
cool.
would be because I know I was alone when I watched you cook that whole lobster, Hussey, and I was like, I can't believe he's doing that whole thing on the griddle, start to finish. Because you do better than me. I don't want to speak for Chris and Jeff.
No, I couldn't
if I
have
had
done it that
that,
good.
those claws would have been in a pot, and it would have been just the tail on the on the griddle, and you got it cooked all the way to the right temperature. So BJ's right. I sat there, and I'm like,
looked really, really good. Like I was jealous when you were eating it. Really good.
Well, I tell you, it's it's just like cooking. You just you got to know your fire. It's just knowing the heat. But sometimes you miss, and I think I got lucky. A lot of it, I think I got lucky. Just luck of the draw sometimes.
well, don't sell yourself short. Chance favors the prepared mind, right?
Well, that's true. That's true. There we go. You guys make some chicken fried steak. I can give you some pointers on that.
You did one.
Jeff
Jeff
made a
did it.
burrito.
You made a chicken fried steak burrito.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Yeah, but if you can give us pointers, we're all ears. That's another one that makes me think I want to pop my blood pressure medicine. But
It was really good.
It did come out.
Really good.
Well, typically with chicken fried steak, you got to have gravy with it too. It's heavy. It's heavy, and then you put it on mashed potatoes at that. Choo-hoo, boy.
Yeah.
It's good groceries. Good groceries. Timothy, have you ever cooked chicken and dumplings? I have not on a video.
I have.
It's y'all know what chicken and dumplings are?
So I know what they are, kind of.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I don't know what they are. I've never had them. I think, is it like stuffed dough stuffed with chicken, or do you guys just dump dough?
No, you just cook a whole chicken. Cook a whole chicken. You make a broth, and then you shred the meat off of the bones. Take it off the bones. You put it back in, and then you kind of boil that. And you take. Everybody does theirs differently. Some people use strips of it's almost like dough, almost strips of like pie dough, but it's like a dough that you make, and they use strips. Growing up, my mama, she used dumplings. So she would make dumplings, and they were it was like a biscuit dough that she'd make, and then she would just take a spoon. She'd just take a spoon, take it right out of and then she would just knock it off, and it would be, they would be oblong, all kinds of different sizes, and that was chicken and dumplings. And for somehow or another, I never saw her thicken her stuff. I have no idea how she did it. She never used, any kind of anything. It was just somehow or another she got it right. I don't know. I would have to use some kind of thickening agent.
But it's boiled dough. Boiled.
Yeah, you cook the dumpling in the chicken and broth mixture. It's just you cook it over time. It's a labor of love. You got to make sure it's cooked for a good amount of time. It gets real rich. But
I've not had that.
It's beautiful. If you cook it right, it's beautiful. I mean, it's especially up there where it's cold. It's good on a cold day. Chicken and dumplings.
Maybe we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
So I like Daddy Dutch, Hussey. I missed it. Did those Northern boys admit defeat?
Done.
We were defeated when we opened the box.
Yeah, Daddy Dutch. Yes, we did.
Done.
I don't. It was just really meant to be a. It's just try to stretch our horizons. And I feel like it did.
Yeah,
More than anything. And but it wasn't that kind of competition, Kent. But
not at all.
Definitely enjoyed it. Y'all were great.
And you too.
I really enjoyed us texting now. We're on a text stream. That's a lot of fun. And hopefully we continue just kind of bouncing stuff off each other. So that was kind of fun. Let me see here. Chris Morgan, that's my cousin. Well, that's a how to keep it running. Well, I try to keep it hot. Yeah, try to keep your griddle hot, but you can't have it too hot. You get it too hot, you're gonna have brown eggs. So I basically what I do is I just let them kind of run, and I just kind of keep my spatula, and just keep on pushing it, forming it with the spatula. It's a trick. It's an art of sitting there. You got your your bowl here, and you got your spatula over there. It's kind of like rubbing this and doing your tummy at the same time. But
biggest thing is making sure the griddle's nice and clean when you put the scrambled eggs down.
That's
the biggest thing.
It is. You're definitely right. It's like Nate with that push scraper. That thing helps tremendously.
Yeah, we've had good luck with that. We were camping last summer, and we were doing scrambled eggs every other morning for like 16, 18 people.
28-inch, yeah.
Yeah, and we would get it on low, scrape the ever-living heck out of it, wipe it down with paper towels, squirt it so it cooled off a little bit, and then dump the eggs on with some butter, and that worked out.
Yeah, eggs, and that's why somebody gave me heck. Appreciate it, Rob, Mr. Homeowner, for stopping in, buddy. Somebody gave me heck one time. He's like, "Really, you made a video about eggs?" And my comment to them, and I'll try to be polite, was absolutely, because I get so many questions about eggs.
Eggs is tough on the griddle. It's a technique.
It is, and a lot of people think they have to have those burners on. You don't have to have the burners on. You don't have to have all four of them on. If that thing has smoke coming from it, you do not want to put an egg on there. You do
No.
not. You don't want to put any oil on there. You don't want to put anything because you're going to smoke it. And you're absolutely right, Nate. You got to have that thing absolutely clean, or your eggs are going to look funky.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to clean it as long as you don't mind eating gray, black, brown, yellow eggs.
Yeah. Now, I mean, me, going up, fishing, shoot, we'd eat a bologna sandwich while we're cutting shad, for cut bait, it's just the way it is. But anyway, but you gotta control that heat. It's a vicious cycle, and these newer Blackstones, the new Pro Series that I have, it runs hot too, just like that air fryer unit. Definitely not like my OG Blackstone that I had. It was kind of she was very steady, and she didn't get real hot. But man, these other two, these suckers are run hot.
Why do you think that is? Why is it so different?
If I had a theory, I'd say it's because the bottom's enclosed with the air fryer.
Yeah, they welded a plate up. I think yeah, you're right. I think it's just how the heat is. Less heat escapes, but I think there's the zones are a little bit different. I will say that too on these newer the air fryer units and the Pro Series. I think on the OG models like you guys have, and one that I used to have, the zones were the tolerance was a little bit better. But this one right here, you go, left and right off of that middle, it's different. So you gotta play it. You gotta play with it.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of good questions that came in. Patrick Henry, it took me a minute to figure out your comment. It's a reference to This Old House, which I guess was filmed in New England. That was pretty cute.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah. And then COVID question. How has COVID impacted the daily lives? Do you have more time to cook, edit, or less? I think that's different for each of us. Hussey, you want to handle that one first?
COVID, for work life has impacted me a lot. We've gone all remote, which you'd think I'd have more time to cook. However, it's the exact opposite because I work longer now. It's kind of weird. But no, I wouldn't say as far as the impact. Just daily life for me. That's having two kids that I love to be involved with. That eats a lot of my time. So I have to carve out time to do things. Yeah. How about you guys?
Social life has changed quite a bit. I mean, I'm used to seeing friends a lot and family as well, but it has changed dramatically. Don't see a lot of people that I normally used to see, other than this guy and that guy, Jeff. Yeah. Which is great. Thank God I got them, and my family as well. But it has changed things for sure. I'm home more, but I'm definitely like you, Hussey. I'm working more.
Yeah, I work more.
I sit at my desk longer than I ever did.
Yeah.
Which is there's more to do now. I actually have to hustle more because I can't. Yeah. I'm a sales guy, so I can't.
Or at least
people.
He has to do that for at least 4 or 5 hours a day now. It's killing it. It's killing it.
So terrible. Well, yeah, and I mean the golf courses are open. That's what I don't understand.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
Normally, salesmen are on the golf course or or fishing. So I don't know. You could do both.
It's impacted your life quite a bit, right?
No.
For me, it's you, Hussey. I just work more hours.
Yeah.
Working from home, working more hours. So.
Yeah. I used to have about I got about a 50-minute drive to work, and I didn't move very far from my old place. I may have gained 2 minutes, at the most. And I really miss my 50-minute ride home now. It allowed me to decompress. Now I'll cut off work at 5:30, and by that time the kids are hitting the door too. Yeah. And it's just, I mean, you got to be on, it's like, all right, daddy's home. I mean, I just came out of the seat, and, work, and I'd say work is just stressful, and I pray a lot for folks, because, just social impact to people and just mental states of people, big businesses, they still expect you to do big things,
Oh, yeah.
And they got to have their money. You work for them. You got to, you got to commit. And, when your kid's at home, they're trying to learn from home because of, COVID restrictions. You can't go to church. You can't go do this. And it's a mental game too. And what's helped me is I'm a big homebody. I'm like probably one of the biggest extroverted introvert you ever met in your life. And I like to be at home. And it's so it's tough. It's tough. It's kind of hit me a little bit. So.
It impacts everybody. Aaron, such a great question. Good job. Because it does impact all of us. And
tell
you.
Yeah.
Well, life's got to go on, and we keep moving on, and we keep doing what we got to do. And that's,
Absolutely. C-Mac, let me see here. There it is. He said, COVID has me drinking 2x the amount of cheer wine now.
You're not alone, Craig.
Yeah.
I think he may have got some not long ago. So we have to figure out where he got some at, y'all.
Yeah, I think the Walmart carries it. I just haven't gotten there.
Okay.
I think. I'm not positive. I think it does.
Yeah. So Jason, Griddle Guys, he said, we'd all really like to enjoy seeing round 2 of this collab in the future. Thank you for this. So
I'm game.
I agree with him.
We should see. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. You guys, has a different workflow, obviously, than me, but still, you're in every week. You're like, I gotta get a video out. And a lot of people see that as this glitz and glamour. It's not glamour, obviously, but it's a second job. It is
a lot of work.
It is a second job, and this was almost a breath of fresh air, I think.
Yeah.
And then plus, I feel like I gained way more. I gained three good people as friends now. So
right back at you.
100%.
So I'm 3X. You guys only got one. Well, a 3X shirt, but but I gained a lot, and then also our people liked it too, because so many people, we cross pollinate, and you guys are probably busy. You probably can't see all my videos, because you're having to do your own stuff. It's hard. It's hard to sit there and keep up on Facebook, keep up on Instagram, keep up on your comments, keep up, doing this, doing that. It's but yeah, it's a breath of fresh air.
So that's what I like about this collab is you give us somebody to bounce our stuff off of, because we got the 3 of us. We always have varying opinions. You've been around longer than us, so it's nice that some of the stuff we've gone back and forth with in text about editing and whatnot. It gives us a sanity check, which we didn't have up until this collab. So that we really appreciate. At least I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And to your point, Chris has spent hours answering comments. I spent 2-3 hours this morning answering comments. It's definitely like, you put your heart and soul into it. But it's a great community. We feel it's worth it.
It is a great community. That's the big thing.
Yeah, it's good. Like the fella that made that cutting board for me. He was battling cancer, and he was in the hospital. He said, "Man, you pulled me through." I mean, and that right there, it's like, and the kid, like Ben Cooks. Have you seen that kid? He's in North Carolina. He wrote me a really nice note. Said that he really, he looks up to me. That kind of thing, and
it's awesome.
It's that kind of stuff that it's like, man, this is pretty cool stuff, right?
100%.
Yeah,
I know all these guys. When I read through the comments, I'm like, it's awesome. It's just awesome.
Yeah, this is a pretty good question right here, guys. What's the hardest part of each cook? And I'll let you guys go with this.
I'd let
dealing
Jeff
with each other.
What do you say?
He said dealing with each other.
So I would have taken a different approach with that answer. I would have said just organizing the meat.
Here we go.
Get together. That's the toughest part, I think.
So you think because we all have busy lives, the schedule?
Right, everybody's in different directions,
Yeah.
So we got 3 guys that need to coordinate, set time, that's probably the hardest part.
Getting time
Once
off
we
from
get
family,
there,
get time off. Yeah.
And then when we see each other, we get there, we start talking, and now we just stalled the video. Great question, Ray K. RK.
Okay, so I'm going to go with making sure all your equipment is working appropriately while you're trying to also think about cooking something.
Yes.
You know, I mean, we've had
And make sure it's charged. Jeff handles all that for us. Jeff's our
tech guy.
he's our tech guy. He comes with charged batteries, cameras,
tripods, lights,
mics, lights.
So Hussey, that's the reason why the three of us don't enjoy necessarily filming alone, because like when we're filming, Chris, I'll be doing something, and Jeff's like, Nate, give me an audio check, you know, or Jeff will be doing something. I'll be like, hey, let's double check the mic. So we have three collective people thinking about, you know, the aspect of the videography, you know, which kind of frees up some brain cycles where some of us can think about like the food, right?
Yeah.
But trying to balance those two, you know, the technology, the filming, along with how do I turn out a quality recipe that's helpful to people, I find that really tough.
It is. And I don't know, you see it in my video sometimes. I'm constantly looking at my monitor that I have. I'm like, is it, you know, did I press the record button, or I'm looking at my other camera? I am notorious for not hitting record on my second camera, because sometimes you press it and it will not go. And then
Wait for that.
you're just kind of in the heat of the battle, and I miss it. I miss it a lot. And so for me, today I didn't have one of my batteries. And I had to cut mine short today. I was like, oh crap, it went into red, and I was like, I got to eat this thing. I was like, all right, welcome back.
You made one.
This is really good, and it tastes really good. It's fresh, it's nice, it's creamy. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Yeah, smoked them. You just smoker today, right?
I did a smoker cook today. Be out Wednesday, I believe.
Nice. Craig, we see you're absolutely.
Yeah, we got to get down there.
As soon as things settle down, we'll get together for sure. CMAC.
So Amesbury's south of here. We got to get down there.
I'm sorry, I said Tewksbury. I meant Amesbury.
Yeah.
Still only 20 minutes. Either way.
I tell you what, man. Craig, this is Craig. You know, I did Craig's Riverfest, his virtual Riverfest this year.
I watched it.
I was fortunate enough, for some odd reason, he thought that I was decent enough to have on his show, and I was blown away of him asking me. So I had a lot of fun with that. But man, I just, you know, I really like watching him. He's like a breath of fresh air, and I just want to hang out with that guy. You know, it's just like when he's live inside of his Jeep, like I want to be beside of him. You know, it's like, like, hey, what's up? You know,
he's definitely a good egg for sure.
And I feel bad. He's reached out to us a couple of times.
We just haven't been able to make it work out.
We haven't had the time to. Scheduling wise, we had conflicts like each time. I think he invited. Was it a chili fest that he invited us to?
Something like that. Yeah. I think it was.
So we got to make that happen. We got to make that happen.
Somebody asked how many grams of sugar is in cherry wine, and this is diet cherry wine. It's 0, and also has no sodium.
Nice.
Oh, that's pretty.
No sodium. So yeah, the reason I don't drink the diet for the diet purposes. I actually like the diet better. The regular stuff is a little syrupy, so it's a little strong. It's got, I don't know how many grams of sugars in it, but
somebody said earlier it's like a Dr. Pepper. Is that accurate? Have you had Dr. Pepper?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've had Dr. Pepper. It's similar. It's very highly carbonated. That's what it is. Very highly carbonated. Cherry, a little bit more cherry. Okay.
Yep.
But I like the taste of the diet variation just much better. Plus, it don't have any sodium. When I hit 40 years old, you know, the old check engine light came on for me. Doctor said, you need to watch your sodium. She said you need to watch the sodium, Hussey, and you might want to lose a few pounds. And I said, well, yeah, you're probably right about that.
Which you did. You did.
I did, but I gained it back. You know.
Lifelong battle, man. Lifelong battle.
Yeah. I've been a big boy all my life. I've been a big boy. I'm an athletic boy, but that don't mean much whenever you're a desk jockey. You push a pencil for a living, and you sit in a desk, and you don't do much. So,
Jeff, I don't know.
At any rate,
I don't know if you're looking at the comments, but Bobby Caton came to your defense for being late. She said, "Oh, Jeff's always late because he's the guy that has to bring all the gear."
Okay, there you go. She's not wrong.
I wish I could use that for an excuse, but it's really not the case. I'm just late.
Oh, Murphy.
Uh-oh.
Here comes the little one.
Say, hey, guys. Hey, you too. It looks like Mommy didn't give him what he wanted.
Hey, buddy. Hi.
Well, oh, man. 921C6 Chanel, $300 super chat. Jeez Louise, man.
That's a lot.
I don't think we'll ever get Sam the cooking guy, though.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. That's going to be tough.
Yeah. I've reached out many times.
Wow. Thank you so much for that. Wow. What's that?
921C6. Chanel, you know who it is?
I've never seen them before.
All right.
I've never seen them before.
Well,
That's what kind of blows me away. Yeah. I'll have to share. I have to share some stuff with y'all. Gosh, wow, that's very generous. Thank you. Well, guys, it's I think we said it for an hour. We're at an hour 20 right now. It's been good talking. Maybe we can try to do this again. We're still at 217, so people are watching. They love watching this. So
Great.
it's good
Awesome.
stuff. Well, I think for us, it's about dinner time. The boys probably getting a little rowdy because of that.
Yeah.
We'll cut it off, and but yeah, we'll definitely be in contact for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Keep this
Awesome
going.
experience. Yeah, awesome.
Yep, I agree. Thank you. I appreciate y'all.
Pleasure, everyone.
Thank you to everybody who came in.
Thanks for the questions.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank
Well,
you.
guys,
We're gonna keep talking for sure.
absolutely. Yeah.
Enjoy your dinner. See you, Jeff.
Appreciate y'all. Hey, appreciate everybody on the chat. Appreciate y'all.
Love you all.
Hanging in there. And SSRV, I'm sorry, 921C6 Chanel. Thank you so much. That was very kind. I love you. Appreciate you.
All right,
Until
buddy.
next time, Hunger Hussies out. See y'all.
Out. Done.
Jeff, say it.
Done.
There you go.
I'll see y'all.